Welcome to the Michigan Golfer Show. Join us each week as we explore the people, the places, and the events that shape our great game.
When you think of Western Michigan, you probably don't think far Western Michigan, I'd say along the Lake Michigan shoreline. You probably don't think too much about golf. You think a little bit more about the beaches, etc. But there's a golf facility, Grand Haven, right at Grand Haven, right outside of Grand Haven, in fact, that is an interesting place that you must visit. And I have with me Chip Furlock, who is the golf director and a general manager of this operation. Chip, you've got a lot of exciting things happening out there. Tell us what you've done.
We do. Last fall, we embarked on the final phase of what we call waking up the echoes of Grand Haven Golf Club. We started a $1 million renovation, which includes all new irrigation, replacing the old 40-year-old irrigation system, new tee boxes, creating a new golf hole. For those of you that played there in the past, when you drove, the cart paths were all gravel.
Right.
So you get that face full of dust.
Right.
Well, those are all going to be paved in the spring.
Ah.
And so a lot of great things that are what maybe modernizing the golf course is a good way to put it, but getting that classic layout up to modern standards of care.
How long has Grand Haven Golf Club been there?
This will be our 41st season this year.
Okay, all right. Well, so what you're talking about is not necessarily making the golf course tougher, but delivering a more pleasant experience.
A more well-manicured golf course.
Okay.
Before we had old single-row irrigation right down the middle. We didn't get the roughs, and now
right.
We're going double and triple row on most holes. So it's going to be I think the public's going to see a noticeable improvement to the playability of the golf course.
And 42 years ago, this course was built, and then, of course, in those days, there was a certain style of golf course.
Correct.
The kind of classic style. And would you call Grand Haven a classic style course?
I would. It uses the lay of the land.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of dirt moving. One of the things we've done to kind of get it back to that natural state is back in the 60s, they would grass over everything. If they had a sand dune, they grass over, mainly because of maintenance equipment.
Right, that's right.
We have started to uncover some of that natural sand dune that is on the golf course in a decorative sense, but also in a playability sense. And it's created some dramatic views out there that continue to improve the golf course as far as taking advantage of the lay of the land that's there.
And how long is the golf course?
The golf course is 6,800 yards from the back tees.
Okay. Is it tough? And it's not particularly tough. It's just a pleasant experience.
It is a pleasant experience. It is a tight golf course. There's a lot of the old natural trees. We have done some selective trimming to get some of the overgrowth back. Again, to make it more playable.
Right. And how far is Grand Haven from Detroit? What is that, about a 3.5 hour ride?
Yeah, probably right on there. It took me about 2.5 hours to get here to Novi from there.
Okay.
So I'd add a little bit more from downtown Detroit.
So the people who played there 4 or 5 years ago, and if they come out to today, they're going to see a true revelation. They're going to see it.
They will see that.
Tell them about it.
If they played 4 or 5 years ago, they will see it when they drive in the parking lot and see our $3 million clubhouse that was new.
$3 million.
So for a public facility, we have one of the best clubhouses around now. Now we're getting the golf course back to its heyday when it was ranked in the top 75 public courses in the United States.
Well, you're very excited about this. I can tell the way you're talking.
It's easy to, we're all in the sales business and the golf business, getting golfers out. It's easy to sell a quality product.
That's right. That's true of anything.
Yes.
I'm sure you're right. Well, there you go. Grand Haven Golf Course in Grand Haven, Michigan. You got to visit this one because it ain't like it used to be.